Hello, I'm Mary Kurzweil with the CattleFax Closing Bell. Today's Closing Bell is brought to you by the American Gelbvieh Association. As we move through spring, drought continues to be a major watch factor for all sectors of agriculture. The most recent drought monitor indicated that about 58% of the U.S. is in abnormally dry conditions or worse, which is quite a bit worse than the 38% that was seen last year at this time. The severe to exceptional drought classes are also much worse, as about 21% of the U.S. is in severe or worse drought, compared to 5.5% last year. Looking at the impact to the cow herd, the drought conditions in March would say that we're right about year-ago levels, with about 40% of the cow herd in drought this year and in 2024. Still, this is at the upper end of the range compared to average levels. Also, this year we are remaining in a neutral or La Nina weather pattern, while last year was an El Nino. So by May last year, less than 10% of the cow herd was in drought. The neutral or El Nino pattern means drought will not see the rapid improvement this year, and the severity now compared to last year is also already worse. Now, more than 1/4 of the herd is in severe or worse drought. A cow-weighted drought index shows this, with conditions well below average levels, more on par with 2022 levels, which was also a La Nina year. This continues to be a large headwind for cow herd expansion. Still, timely rains could still allow for relatively adequate grazing conditions and another year of large corn production. A lot of moisture has been seen recently and is expected in the next week, which will help a lot of the country, but the particularly dry areas in the southwestern region has not seen much or any relief from this. Turning to this week's markets, to this point, fed cattle cash trade has been limited, but after a $4 to $6 increase last week, prices are expected to continue to push higher again this week as supplies continue to tighten and demand strengthens. Live cattle futures continued higher this week, with the active June contract looking to close around $4 higher this week, around $2.08, which is $12 higher than 2 weeks ago. The feeder cattle index softened this week, down about $6 a hundredweight from the all-time high seen Friday last week at $2.87. Feeder cattle futures did continue higher this week, with the active August contract likely finishing up about $5 a hundredweight on the week. Thanks for watching, and remember to visit CattleFax.com to become a member and receive the latest market news and analysis.